Hello and welcome to the Akashic Energy update of October 2024. What a year we are going through right now, and I'm very grateful that I have the Akashic wisdom to guide me through these many changes in the best way possible. Their intention is really to give you the power, to give us the power to surf these waves in the best way possible, these waves of energy change the best way possible. And in this month, they had three beautiful topics that they're discussing. The first one is that karmic loops are fastening, which is very interesting. The second one is about the creation of love and how that practically works, how we practically as a human race can move into unconditional love. Actually, it's not easy, but they lay out the process very simply in this transmission, which is so fascinating to me. And the third one is about a new sense of community based on the heightened intensity of politics and how we can step into that new sense of community. So without any further ado, I invite you to take a deep breath in and to listen with your full body to this meditative Akashic Energy update of October 2024. Enjoy. Dear human being, thank you so much for tuning into the energy state of the planet, of humanity. In this transmission, we intend to give you the most practical view of what is going on the planet and how can you surf these waves of change and turbulence. There is many things going on the planet, and there is a common sense of overwhelm and also of irritation being present, and therefore there is something very interesting going on at a much faster rate as you originally experienced this. We call this the fiery loop of karma, or the fiery feedback of karma. What we mean with that is that when you make a decision in an irritated state of emotion, what happens is normally that irritated state would come back to you in a matter of weeks, sometimes a matter of months, depending on the gravity of the decision. Now, this karmic loop is very much fastened and accelerated to the point you will probably immediately already feel it, and if not immediately, you will experience this feedback loop in the next coming of days. This loop is being fastened because humanity is made aware of the decisions and the emotional state the decisions are made from. So when you make a decision from a very panicked state of being, more panic will come into your life. When you make a decision out of irritation or blame, more irritation and blame energy will come into your life. This loop has been made so obvious that people start to feel the discomfort of these decisions very soon, because it's never comfortable. If you make a decision from a state that is uncomfortable, you always will create more discomfort. But because first it was so stretched out in time, you were not able to feel these effects, and most humans would forget that they made a decision in that state of mind, and then a couple months later they were irritated again, not linking it to the decision they made 2 months earlier. When the loop is shortened, you still have the decision fresh in memory, and so you will see the cause and effect, the link that this has made. and in the future learn faster to not make such similar decisions again. Unfortunately, these realizations can only be made through experience. We can say to you right now, do not ever make a decision out of an emotional, undesired state. First, let the emotion run through, and then, when the coast is cleared and the emotional clouds have been passed, make a decision from that moment. You may listen to this now and say, yes, that would be very good. It would really help me in my life. But as soon as you are in that heightened emotional state, you forgot that altogether. Humans sometimes need to realize things through experience. And this is a wonderful way that consciousness is making these things more aware. Sometimes consciousness makes it a little bit more uncomfortable for you to find more freedom, to find more liberation. And this is such a thing. And October and the months ahead, you will notice this stronger and stronger, that these karmic loops will become so clear to you. These causal loops will become so clear to you that within a matter of days or weeks, a lot more people have realized to never make such decisions again, through experience. And out of that realization, through experience, you will liberate yourself from a lot of wasted time and a lot of discomfort. You will liberate yourself, and so you will live with more ease and more time, which can create a whole lot of beautiful realizations. You can spend it as more time off, or more creational time, or more doing things for yourself, because you don't have to deal anymore with all the past emotional decisions that you have made from this undesired emotional state. So our advice is not to let the emotion pass, because we know for everyone who still needs to learn this lesson, you have to experience this causal loop in its full length. So what we advise is be aware of discomfort in your life. Be aware of sudden negative messages or responses, maybe out of the blue bill that needs to be paid, or an out of the blue reaction that feels very out of place to you. You may ask yourself, was there a decision earlier on the road that I made from the same energy that is now reflecting back to me? Because it is not that you should stop making these decisions, but you should rather become aware of the repercussive effects that these decisions have been in. It is such a beautiful way to learn, such a beautiful way to teach. This feedback loop that we are talking about is absolutely brilliant for the third dimension, as you will course correct quicker and quicker and faster based on the responses of this feedback loop. And we praise that the feedback loop is shorter now on your planet, because it will give a lot of realization and, as we said earlier, liberation. So as a first practical advice is become aware when discomfort arises in your field of awareness, and just ask the question if such discomfort might come from an earlier decision being made, an earlier action being made from you, from that same energy frequency. This is all an effect of the raising of consciousness. And even though discomfort is being produced, it creates more liberation and heightening of awareness. As soon as you notice such a pattern, you become more heightened in your awareness. Your awareness and your self-knowledge literally grows. Out of self-knowledge also comes an effect that is very present in your reality right now, and that you should do you, which means don't try to be anyone else but your own frequency, which means if you are being yourself with all your crazy quirks, this will be the fastest way to realizing your potential on this planet. But the mind does something like compare, which comes from a place of not knowing yourself and looking outward to see who you might be and who you might not be. The core problem in most of these situations is that the person has the feeling that they don't know themselves. By growing your awareness, you start knowing yourself more. From knowing yourself more, you give permission to be yourself in spite of what other people are doing. By being yourself, you become a more of a unique presence for others, and you will be recognized more for the many different things that come out of you, that arise out of you specifically. This might be an influx in your salary or an influx in your business income as you stop imitating other businesses and you start doing your own thing, and you start to fully allow yourself and permit yourself to step with both legs fully into what you feel is true right now. This energy, in return, constantly fills your cup, and when your cup starts to overflow, you will be able to give more things away. Giving more things away is a form of unconditional love. And so, there is a movement present on your planet that we try now to very logically explain, that create more love through the growth of awareness, to the growth of knowing yourself, to the growth of stepping into who you are and not anyone else footsteps. And with doing that, your battery refills and recharges again and again when it comes to your own vitality, when it comes to financial gains, when it comes to relationships. More and more you will attract what you need and what you are. And so an overflowing happens, and this giving is the giving that is based in abundance and is based in unconditional love. To have a little check-in with yourself, imagine right now, by taking a big deep breath in, go inward and check how would it feel like to just give more things away. For some, you already might feel good to you, but for others you might start to feel a contraction in your system. Maybe you start to feel a little panic or a little fear. Maybe you start to feel a little form of, I don't know if I can survive if I start to give things away. Now, it's very good to notice these things and to be neutral about whatever you are feeling, because this is just a nice signal to tell yourself and to show yourself how much do you know yourself. It might sound a little weird, but as we just described, it is all based in the self-awareness and in the knowing thyself to start to naturally give more and more. And if you feel contracted, if you feel you will experience a level of discomfort while you start giving a lot away, what is happening is that you didn't realize yet that you're an abundant being. And so somewhere inside of your system, you feel there is a lack of support. Maybe a lack of support from the divine or from the world. This lack of support is also something that will come up more easily during the coming months, because the divine, the planet, and humanity as a collective wants to feel supported. And in reality, you are fully supported. Just look at any of the well-reported near-death experiences, for example here on YouTube. You will see that almost every near-death experience is being reported, they will immediately land into a field of love and support. Now, if that is the case, and if thousands of people around the world that have this unique experience all report the same feelings, you might start to believe that this support is really there without having to experience such an experience. And still, if you do not believe that you are supported, ask yourself in your life if you have ever been truly unsupported. Did you ever have so little resource that you were not be able to survive? Because you are listening to this right now, we know you have always been supported. And so, even though it sometimes didn't look like that from the mind, there has been always something that gave you the right resources to now be able to listen to this right now through a technological device, having enough food in your system, enough energy, enough vitality to listen. This is a beautiful gift, and this is a beautiful realization. You may adopt this fact. As we see, this is a fact. Every human is beyond the imagination supported. And so, what we want to say with all of this is that there is a movement of a lot of souls creating more love, unconditional love, the real deal love on your planet. This growth is so beautiful and so big that more and more people will find these movements. More and more people will find these communities of love and growth. We have just described the way towards it, and this is what the earth wants to tell you, that this process is being accelerated. And you can start to see where you are in this process. Did you already develop a little bit of self-awareness? Did you already develop a knowing of who you are as a being, in spite of all the other persons Do you know what your true frequency is? Do you know what makes you unique? Then the next step is, did you fully step into that uniqueness? Did you fully claim that you are this and that you are going to serve like this to others and to yourself? This is a true and beautiful step, as this channel and many other human beings are in the split of knowing who they are but also still choosing safety. And so, by being in this split, they never fully feel how it feels like to be supported by the divine. There is a jump that needs to be taken with both feet into your uniqueness. And it's a beautiful jump. It will be the best choice of your life kind of jump. So maybe some of you are in this part of that process. And as soon as you stepped into that process, are you able to receive the love that is coming back to you from you stepping into your uniqueness? And are you able to accumulate this love and to overflow from it, so that you want to give and give more and give more, knowing that you are an all-supported divine being? This is the process of giving love in an unconditional, unlimited way. And humans are here to step into this in way bigger amounts. This is just a vocalization of the energy that will become more and more prevalent over the last months. And in October, you will start to see inner shifts based on this. We are beyond excited for you if you feel the calling to give more love to the planet and to yourself, to know this and to go through this process with awareness. Let the love grow. To finalize this energy update is the following. We shared in the previous energy update the political tensions that have been present. In some countries, they are getting so extreme that people lose faith in their government altogether on an all-new height. This is not a bad thing, necessarily, because it allows the people and the governments to adapt to a newer form of leadership. And so, if you feel the election process is too extreme for your nervous system, feel free to step away from the news, to step away from conversations about politics, and to give yourself some rest. The stepping away of the elections, the following your own heart instead of the country's drama, will be very healthy for you. And as more and more people also are losing trust because of the extremity of the elections and the very aggressive and fiery energies that are being present there, the more people lose trust, the more people are actually craving deep community. Because the country is not providing that community any longer. People are craving deep community. Part of the reason, or part of the cause of that craving of community, comes from the many elective processes in your planet at this moment in time-space. So, what does that mean? That means that a lot of people are searching for a group of others that they feel belonging to. Humans are not solo animals like the eagle. Humans have always been social animals. Like many mammals, including, of course, the primates. You almost always see them traveling in groups. It's a deep part of your nature to nurture yourself with a community that feels good to you. So if you are at this moment not feeling nurtured by a community, feel free to move away from the elective process and find your tribe. The tribe that is doing good, the tribe that has similar interest in you, and ideally a tribe that also wants to do best for the planet or best for the locals in your area. It doesn't matter what the cause is, you will feel naturally if the cause is a cause from the heart or a cause for power, money, or fame. And so, only causes from the heart can truly nurture you with this sense of community. And we would love to invite you all to, if it is lacking in your life, seek community. And if you already have a community, double down on the community. Maybe become a little bit more active, or maybe initiate something extra. What this community feeling will do is that you will create a belonging for many others. And it is therefore of an absolute gift that you spend a little bit more time in this. Community will be the new leadership. Community will be the new true power of a country and of many other localizations of humans and how they organize themselves. Therefore, for stepping into this energy, you will be greatly supported. Find your group of people. Find your like-minded souls, your like-hearted souls. It will be great to do so, and it will be great to find this or to spend more energy into an already existing community of yours. With love, we like to conclude this energy update with a little summary. First of all, we talked about this karmic loop that is becoming more obvious. So be aware of discomfort and see if it might came from an emotionally charged action that you have taken earlier. It will grow your awareness. With growing your awareness, you will start to know yourself more, which gives the invitation to step into your uniqueness, which gives the invitation to receive a lot of appreciation and therefore to overflow yourself with love that you can give and give and give in return. This generation of love is going to be more prevalent, and if you're not stepping into it, it will maybe become more intense until you see what the universe is trying to tell you. And we finalized with the effects of the election, and that if you feel in any way negative or drained or tired or overwhelmed by all that is happening, you have our permission, and we invite you to take a step back, to close the news and any other forms of media that are covering it, and to start looking for community of things that you actually like, things that you actually love. Go to a meeting, go to a meetup, find people of similar interest and see if they are your people. See if they see you fully. This is going to be a great month, and with these tools, these practical applications, we wish you to surf the waves of the October month very greatly. As an intention, we are always intending to align you to your truth and to know that you have all the reasons to empower yourself. We see so much magnificence in every human being. We see so much beauty and power and strength and passion in every human being. And our intention to bring the Akashic field more and more available is to bring this truth to you. You have the power, you have the strength, you are oh so beautiful, and we see your magnificence. With the highest love, we embrace you, dear soul. Thank you for listening to the energy update of October 2024. I invite you to slowly come back to the here and now, back to your body. Feel free to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. If you fell asleep, that's all right. If you felt a lot of energy moving through you, that's all right. Every experience will be different. This is not a transmission of words, but in a way a transmission of energy and transmission of frequency. So it can always be very interesting to go through these processes, and I thank you for being here all the way into the end. I really appreciate you finding me in this early stage of me starting this and sharing this wisdom. I have been tapping into this wisdom myself for many years now, and I never believed I would be a teacher and a guide through the Akashic field, but they are training me to become a better and better teacher and a better guide. If you feel interested in tapping into these wisdoms more, even every day, I have a beautiful, fast and easy to follow course online. And I'm planning to create a way more extensive course in the near future. So feel free to check that out on the website akashicrecordschool.com. And for the rest, I just wish you an amazing October. I hope this wisdom from them was helping somehow, gave you some great perspectives. And I maybe invite you even to write a couple of sentences of what you take away from such a transmission that you can actually place as a reminder to think about in your next October. I'm very sure, and I have seen in the last energy transmissions, that when we follow up on this guidance, our month becomes so much more beautiful. And actually last month, September, I did not follow up their guidance. And I felt it. And literally a couple of days ago, I was like, oh, what was the guidance from the energy update? I was like, oh my God, if I just followed those things, I would have such a different, way more easy month. So I'm very grateful to have this. And it teaches me as well to listen more to these transmissions myself. Can't believe I'm saying this, but anyway, I send you so much love. I wish you a beautiful October, and I look forward to seeing you soon in one of the next videos or in one of my classes, my meditations. I'm excited and I'm so grateful to be able to do this for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart that I'm able to do this and that you're able to listen here all the way to the end. You are blessed. I am blessed. We have the power to change into beautiful, impactful energies that will ripple effect into this world. And I'm so grateful to be on this path with you. So thank you, dear one. Have a great October and see you very soon. Much love.